Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our second virtual Chamber Cafe of 2023 here with the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm Lisa Workman. I'll be being the guest host this morning for our event, and I'm glad you're zooming in with us. We decided that since weather is a little sketchy in Minnesota in wintertime, to continue to offer virtual Chamber Cafes. So we've got more than 50 people on with us today, and so glad you're joining us this morning. Just to kind of give you a little rundown on how Chamber Cafe works. In order to do the virtual introductions, we just ask you to change your name on your little square for where your face is at or where your name is at, but change your name, rename yourself to your first and last name and your organization, and that'll help with the networking this morning. We have a lineup of about 15 guest speakers this morning, and each of them will get 3 minutes to talk. At 2.5 minutes, I'll wave the yellow flag, and at 3 minutes, we'll wave the red flag, and that means your time is up. And we'll move on to the next speaker. But before we start with our speakers, I do want to share with you, we've got a few things coming up in the next few months, and some that are brand new that you'll be the first to hear about. So it's been a busy month already with the Chamber. Yesterday we hosted our first Chamber MBA, Member Benefits Academy, and Amy Johnson with Cardinal Consulting is going to chat a little bit about that. She presented yesterday, but we will have a Chamber MBA once a month from now until at least October. That will be our pilot program, and we hope that you will check those out. Also in our speakers today, Natalie Remund is joining us with Multi-Business Solutions, and she is our presenter for our April 12th. I'm trying to get ahead to May, to use that fertilizer, but she will be our guest speaker for our April 12th Chamber MBA. So that is coming up. That'll be our next event coming up in April on the 12th. And also in April, with a date yet to be determined, we will be hosting a spring member mixer. Who's ready for spring? Spring and probably some cocktails and appetizers. We're just getting a date set with Palmer's. So we will be out at Pebble Lake Golf Club for a member mixer coming up towards the end of April. And then for a couple events that are coming up before we hit our next Chamber Cafe, on May 8th, the Chamber is hosting the Fergus Falls High School Senior Showcase Signing Day. And what that is it's a chance for the Chamber and our members to recognize every graduating senior for the next step that they're taking post-graduation. So we do a little celebration, and they sign a certificate of a letter of intent for whatever their steps are next for the future. So whether they're going to M-State, or if they are going to the University of Minnesota, or if they are going directly into the workforce, if they're going into the military, if they are taking a year off to, maybe take on a challenge or do some sort of other work. We are congratulating them for making that next step, because we know that those are all very important decisions for our graduating seniors. And then on behalf of the Chamber and our membership, last year we gave them $10 in Fergus bucks to spend as a way to say thank you. And sneaky Chamber, we put a QR code right on the brochure cover for the Fergus bucks that goes right to our jobs page. So if they scan the code, they will have access to our jobs page, because we know that that is one of the biggest challenges that our members have these days. So those are a few things that are coming up with the Fergus Falls Chamber. You can find out details about these events as well as many other events if you go to fergusfalls.com and click on the events calendar. So for Chamber Cafe, we've talked a little bit about our speakers and the flags that are coming. We're going to do some coffee drawings throughout, and we are going to kick things off this morning with a new an extended business that is making some changes. We're going to start off this morning with Jan Werkau with SoapWerks. She will be followed by Cedar Walters and then Lori Larson. So I know when we have a month or so in between Zoom, sometimes it's like, okay, now how do I unmute and how do I not mute? So I'm gonna turn it over to Jan and let her tell you all about how their business has changed.
Well, thank you, Lisa. We are SoapWerks Naturals, which is a soap and bath and body manufacturing facility here in Fergus Falls. And we also have a retail shop right downtown, 216 West Lincoln. And one of the things that we're doing, actually I wanted to do it since we opened our retail shop about 3 years ago. We are finally getting to the point where we can set up our refillery. And what a refillery is a place where people can come and refill their SoapWerks products. And the idea of that is that we are keeping a lot of the plastic bottles and jars and those kinds of things out of the landfill, because you can come in and refill those products. We also are going to be adding products that we don't make, but they are products that are commonly items that are refilled. And I'm also adding a lot of low and zero waste products. So some of the refill things that you'll be able to get refilled are liquid soaps, lotions, bath salts, sugar scrubs, shower oils, mists, etc. So we've got a lot of people that come in, honestly, today with their bottles looking to either just exchange them or for us to recycle them for them. But now they will be able to actually simply refill those products. And that is the refill station. If you've been in the shop recently, things are a little bit messy while we quote unquote construct, although there's not really any construction. It's just moving a few things around and getting things set up for the refills. But the way that the refills work is you can either bring in one of our containers, or you can bring in your own container, or we have some glass containers and some recycled containers that you can use. All the products are sold by weight. So you weigh the container and then you fill it up as much or as little as you want to. And then we weigh it again and you pay for that product by the ounce. All of the products that we have on the refill station are less expensive when we refill them per ounce than they would be when you buy them in the pretty bottle on the shelf, because we're saving, the cost of the packaging and the labeling and etc. So it is a way to save some money while you're saving the planet. Some of the other products that we don't make that we will be carrying refills for are liquid laundry soap and glass cleaner and all-purpose cleaners. We have a couple of items that come in little tablets that you add in warm water to, and you make your own product, because as you know, most of the stuff that you buy, cleaners and laundry detergent and that kind of thing, it's mostly water anyway. So we're literally shipping water around the country, and we're buying water and we're storing water in plastic containers. So it's just a way to reduce the waste, or not even create waste in the first place. And that is something that that we have wanted to do from the beginning. Awesome.
Thanks, Jan. You know what's great about SoapWerks and the refillery is now we can support a small local business and save the planet all at the same time. So looking forward to having that up and going. Coming up next on our speakers is Cedar Walters, followed by Lori Larson, and then Jamie DeBoer.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Well, big fist bump for Jan. She knows I'm excited about what they're doing there. And I'm one of the people that's like, here's my jar, can you fill it? So that's just super exciting news from a waste reduction standpoint, which is what I'm all about. So next month is Earth Day month. What perfect timing for you to go refill at the refillery. I'm just So excited. Anyway, Earth Month. So it's time to do a little greening up of your business too. We can help you out with that by providing printable recycling signage. We can come in and walk around your business, figure out maybe where you could be doing a little better. And then we have a best practices guide for businesses that want to improve or start a recycling program at work if you haven't already done that. 3 main updates though. Organics recycling program. That is a program we started last year. It's commercial composting with a pickup route at 20 locations. And this was grant funded, but it's very exciting that after 1 year, just 20 places have kept 260,000 pounds of food waste out of the garbage. So shout out to all the businesses, healthcare, restaurants, schools that have been doing this. It's amazing. On average, 5,000 to 15,000 pounds per place just in 1 year. So that's awesome. It all goes to a composting facility in Hoffman, Minnesota that can handle large volumes of waste at a time. So if you have food waste at your location, maybe your restaurant, healthcare, or something like that, we have more room on our route. So go ahead and contact me. I coordinate that program and we can get you going. It's really not hard. That's what most people discover once they've started it. But related to that, next update that is super exciting, if you create smaller amounts of food waste or compostable matter at home or at work, maybe you don't have a restaurant, but maybe you have a coffee bar at work and lots of coffee grounds, we now have a drop-off site at the recycling center. So you get compostable bags like this, stick them in a pail, fill it up with your food scraps at work or at home, and you just drop it off at the recycling center, just like you would drop off regular recycling. So that is now open. If you're interested in that as an individual, you come in, just sign up. We hand you a complimentary roll of those compostable bags so you can get started at home because it really makes a difference even when people do it at home. That is really exciting. And then we have a family-friendly Earth Day event coming up on Saturday, April 22nd. I know that's more than a month away, but just be thinking of that. Family friendly out at the Prairie Wetlands Learning Center from 1 to 4 p.m. with a family walk, composting, some recycling information, some hands-on stuff, and even art activities. So if you have nothing going on that day, I know there's other events in the morning, but this is in the afternoon, so you could make a whole day of it, supporting things in Fergus Falls. I think I probably beat the clock there.
You did. Yeah,
all right,
awesome.
well, reach out with any recycling or composting questions so you can green up for Earth Day. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cedar. You know what? We hadn't really quite planned that whole perfect segue from SoapWerks to Cedar Walters. So let's see if Lori Larson can continue some sort of a creative segue. Lori Larson with the Fergus Area College Foundation is our speaker next, followed by Jamie DeBoer, and then Jean Bowman will be after that. So
well, the college does use the composting, so we can say that that's where we're going with that. So we're part of that process. I have a lot of things happening. I put a couple things in the chat. We have our mentorship program and our alumni spot. So if you are interested in that at all, please sign up. You get some special invites and information that if you are an alumni, you can get some of that. We also will be doing an acts of kindness in the future. That'll be this fall. So we're doing the planning for it now, but we're looking for things that are needed. So if you have some, you're already doing some volunteer work or need some volunteers, let us know, because we're lining some of those things up now for our students, alumni, and business people to help with in the fall. And that's to help celebrate our 20th anniversary of becoming Minnesota State and Community and Technical College. So that's been 20 years already. We also have a Beck birthday party coming in July. Just want to give you a heads up on that so that you're paying attention to some things that'll be coming out in the near future. The 9 to 5 musical is happening this weekend. Again, I put the information about that in the chat. Coming up is our annual, and actually we haven't had it for a couple of years, which is sad, but Bigwood Lecture is coming up April 5th. And our speaker this year is Gary Spees. It should be really good because what he's going to be talking about is not only about how to make the world a better place, but the aging process, because he's been surprised that it's not quite what he thought it would be. And so he's going to talk about that a little bit too. So it should be an interesting talk. So hopefully you can come to that April 5th. 6:30 doors open, 7 o'clock is when the lecture will start, and that's at Legacy Hall here at the college. Then we'll move on to we are doing something different with our scholarships this year. We will be offering automatic, well, they're not quite automatic, but they're tiered scholarships based on the student's GPA. So if you have a 2.5 to 3.49, you will get $750. If you have a 3.5 to 3.94, you'll get $1,500. If you have a 3.95 to 4.0, you will get $2,000. Now that's to come to the Fergus Falls campus. So there are some other things, there's some requirements along with that, but that's basically it. You don't have to fill out an application for this. And then plus, if, for instance, I'm going to give you an example of Fergus Falls students. If they come from Fergus Falls, from the high school, the public high school, we have an additional scholarship that we can get them, and that'll be about another $2,500. So you can see they can get quite a bit in scholarships if they decide to come to the Fergus Falls campus. So please encourage students, and we have other ones like that, by the way, for other communities. So and some specialties. We have right now a couple of campaigns happening and that we're raising money for. And really, we put them into one. It's with Spartan Athletics. So it would be for the softball fields and the 2 football fields, the practice and the game field. They are in definite need of repair. And if you know anything about enrollment, you know that athletics plays a big piece in that. So this is really important for us to make sure that we stay competitive, that we get our fields. And I'm not talking about over the top things. I'm talking about, making sure that the fields are safe to run on, so they don't have the holes and all those kind of things. So this would be irrigation and new goalposts so it's things like that. So that we really need to make sure that we're up on. So we're trying to raise $100,000 towards that, and we have raised already $25,000. So if that's something that interests you, please make sure you reach out to me, and I'll get you matched up. So I don't know where I'm sitting with my time, but I tried to rush through it to make sure. So, all right.
Awesome. Thanks, Lori. And I can attest as a parent of an M-State student, most affordable education available and super high quality education too. So I encourage everyone to consider M-State as an option for anyone, just talk them into it. Plus there's sports, so super awesome. All right, well, our next speaker is Jamie DeBoer with Knute Nelson. She'll be followed by Jean Bowman and then Brenda Thomson.
Hey, good morning. I'm with Knute Nelson Home Health and Hospice in Fergus. We have our office location right behind Cenex by the interstate, and serve all over the state, expanding into Wilmer and also North Dakota, Grand Forks and Fargo. Our ethos there. I had a whole list of things I was going to talk to you guys about this morning, but on my way here, I was thinking about our mission, which is to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. And I thought these people probably don't care a lot about the things that I'm going to share. So I'm switching it up on you. I will say, though, that we are hiring an RN and a CNA for the Fergus location, and we're always looking for hospice volunteers. I was thinking that as the college, if you could send some folks our way, that would be good. I am actually done with Knute in a couple of weeks, and we'll be going to work at a Christian school in Alexandria. And so that's where I won't have the opportunity to talk with you guys again. And so I just want to talk a little bit about Knute and what makes the team so special to me and to those they serve. So as I said, our mission is to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. And that's not just our patients, it's the families, it's the communities, it's the facility leaders. And that's really what everyone thinks about as they go into their daily tasks. We start with prayer every morning, which is pretty cool. We pray for our hospice patients and their families and the communities. Jackson Burns, I don't know if anyone knows him. He's in a band, but he also is one of our therapeutic musicians. And he just had an article come out about him, pretty cool story. He was playing for a family and asked what song they wanted, and nobody had any song requests. And so he just started playing a song and everyone had tears streaming down their face. And it turns out it was the couple's wedding dance song I think it was like over 50 years ago. So just really cool stories like that happen all the time with these families. On average, only 46% of individuals eligible utilize hospice care, and 50% of those patients are enrolled for 18 days or less. And so I guess that's my ask of you guys as you're out in the community, as you're talking with friends and family and neighbors, people at church, wherever you are, just to help us get rid of that, I don't know, stigma that hospice is kind of a death wish. And let's see how we can support those people and get them the extra care. It's no cost to them. And really, it just makes the end of their life so much better. We have some people who are on hospice for up to 3 years. And so it's just getting to know them and their families and to be able to support everyone. So that is my challenge to you. And if you can just think about this team and they want to get out in the community more. So if you're wanting ways to connect, please reach out to me and I'll get those partnerships in place. And Lori, I'll make up for your time.
Yeah, perfect timing. Awesome. Thank you, Jamie. It's been so much fun having you back involved in the Fergus Falls community in your role with Knute Nelson. Wishing you the best on your next adventure, and probably circle back to Fergus Falls. I'm sure at one time there'll be another opportunity that brings you back here. So with that, we're going to switch now to Jean Bowman with the City of Fergus Falls. Jean will be followed by Brenda Thomson and then Ken Harty with the Daily Journal.
Good morning, everybody. I know we're all thinking about spring on the horizon and your fertilizer needs from Otter or Kiwanis, but I'm going to leapfrog right over spring to summer, because you're probably thinking about what can we do with our kids this summer? When will I know to sign up for T-ball? And the City of Fergus Falls Park and Rec Department under Pam Muxfeld's direction is it's ready to go. So the summer brochure with all those listings, dates, schedules, and sign up information will be emailed on March 17th. So we're not mailing it to every household. Certainly that's very expensive, but that distribution list is anybody who's been registered in the past 3 years. We'll also have a link on our website and we'll do some social media posts. So we just want people to know that we've got that in. It's probably at the printer right now. Pam's been proofing that, I know. And I understand the school might have some makeup days, so we just put a little asterisk that says the schedule will be maybe dependent on some of the school makeup dates. So registration begins on April 1st at 8 a.m. So that's a Saturday morning. So you'll have about a week and a half to look at that flyer and decide what you want to be participating in. The adult softball leagues, that registration closes April 21st. So that's a quick 3-week window to get registered. There will be church and co-ed and a men's league. So that's always a fun summer thing. And the other parks thing is that if you want to reserve a park, a picnic shelter, the Riverfront Pavilion, Pam is your person to register with, and she has all the information about rates and availability, and her number is 218-332-5808. We couldn't do all this without extra people. So I put in the chat our link to summer hiring. We need to hire 70 people over the summer. These are the jobs that, you know, your teenagers or summer kids home from college are really great at. You have to be 16 years old. We've got a QR code so they can apply right from their phone. So no excuses for sitting around all summer long. Also, we want to let you know, we have a lot of construction projects coming up this summer, and we're waiting for some timelines, and then we'll get the word out, and we appreciate the partnership with the Chamber and Downtown Riverfront Group to get the word out. But we've got street work for Lincoln and Union, also Summit, Linden and Laurel, maybe Stanton Avenue. We've got phase 2 of the Downtown Riverfront project that will be starting as soon as Otter Tail Power can get into our thawed ground, which should happen soon this spring. And we won't need fertilizer there yet. We've started planning the design for the aquatics facility, and maybe that can get started later this summer, working with Mary Madison, talking about the need for safety, Red Cross swimming instructors and lifeguards. Just watch our Facebook page and our website for updates. The Bigwood Event Center is open and really busy, and we're hoping that we can host Chamber Cafe in November, so you'll all get a chance to visit that site soon. And lastly, just a notice that on March 15th, there will be a town hall meeting, and this is hosted by City Council member Al Krameyer. He's asked for the public to just come and share what's on your mind. Certainly not just his ward, but anyone in the community is invited to attend. We recognize that it's a Wednesday during Lent, and we apologize for that. I'm not sure if he realized that when he set the date, but we will have that on PEG Access and our YouTube channel. So participate if you can. I'm getting the red flag. Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah, thank you, Jean. Lot to cover, a lot going on with the city of Fergus Falls. Joining us next will be Brenda Thomson with the Boy Scouts, followed by Ken Harty with the Daily Journal, and then Katie Ganoe. And I've kind of been watching the chats go up, and it is so awesome to see all the connections that are being made in the chats from one event to the next. And you know, we were talking earlier about chili, and I bet Brenda is going to mention something about chili when it comes to the Boy Scouts, because I saw some of that pop up. So take her away, Brenda.
Good morning. My name is Brenda Thomson, and I'm the district executive for scouting in the area. So we have a lot of stuff coming up. I put it all in the chat just so that way you guys can reference it. There are Facebook events for most of the items for additional information. If you have more questions, just let me know. So March is Scouting for Food Month. So we have a box at Gate City Bank, and you can drop off donations there. Otherwise, the Cub Scouts will be at Service Foods on March 18th from 8:30 to 11:30. If you want to stop by and see them, that would be the best place to make monetary donations if you want to do that. Otherwise, all of the non-perishables that we collect through our Scouting for Food campaign go to the local food shelf. We have a recruiting event coming up on Monday. It'll be at Living Faith Church from 6 to 7. And it's an ice cream social. If you know anybody that has children ages 5 through 17, invite them to come. It is for both girls and boys. Have some ice cream with us and learn a little bit about scouting. We are having a breakfast for scouting in Alexandria. I'm mentioning it here because I know some people, you know, live part way or maybe have connections in Alexandria. This is a community event for people to come and learn about scouting. We're providing breakfast. It is a fundraising event to help fund our program. We do camperships and registration assistance for families who are not able to afford scouting. And it's also for our maintenance of our camp property, Camp Wilderness. We are one of the 4 nonprofits that are participating in the Fergus Brewing Chili Cook-Off. So that is on March 18th. So come out, have some chili. I did put the link that they created for that event on there. And lastly, our district Facebook page. If you would like to see what's going on in the area, you can go ahead and like our Facebook page. Our district name is Prairie Fire District. I share information that units are doing, and then also things that are going on in scouting as a whole. So that's a quick run through. Like I said, all of it is in the chat. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. My phone number is 320-760-5605, and my email is Brenda.Thomson, there's no P, @scouting.org. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brenda. And I love the background. Like, I'm just thinking of summer. That is, well, I think we all needed to see that today. Coming up, our next speaker will be Ken Harty with the Daily Journal, a brand new business in Fergus Falls. No, I'm kidding. They're celebrating something big this year too. Ken Harty with the Daily Journal is up next, and Katie Ganoe will follow Ken, and then we'll hear from JP Stender.
Okay, well, great. Well, thank you, Lisa. And, you know, before I get rolling here, talking about cool backgrounds, I got to give Michael Burgraff a shout out. You know, he's a great promoter. He's got one of his summer events right behind him, and looks really cool. So yeah, get out of the way. All right. as many of you know, the Daily Journal is the area's newspaper, but something special this year. You can see we've adjusted our logo to include 150-year anniversary. So we're celebrating that this year. And so, many of you know that we've not only are just a newspaper, but we're so much more than that. And so before I get into that, I do want to say we're going to have a special celebration to denote the 150 years on July 28th down at Spies Park from 11 to 1. And we'll have like a kind of a community cookout thing. And it'll be a lot of fun to recognize the Daily Journal in their 150 years. And as you can note that we're only actually 1 year younger than the city. And that's oftentimes the way it was. As soon as the city was founded, within the next year, there was a newspaper founded. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But as I said, we're so much more than a newspaper. In fact, I want to point out, our Progress edition recently came out in the Daily Journal. And then the rest of this week, you'll be seeing these distributed around town, and they'll be readily available for most of the year. But, we do this annually. This is 100 pages of pure community journalism, all good news, and very exciting. In fact, Citizen of the Year here is Buzz and Ann Lundeen. They are co-citizens of the year, and yeah, it's just a wonderful publication. So I would ask you to all check it out, and it is available digitally online as well. Something new this year, we've got the Golden Loon Awards, and we'll be holding this event on April 19th at the Center for the Arts. And so I know Michael's excited about it. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be recognizing these students in Otter County for their contributions to the fine arts. So we're taking nominations. There's going to be judges, and then we will hand select certain ones for performances at the event. And it'll be the evening of April 19th. Very exciting. First time that we'll be doing this. And I think probably the first time in the area, from what I understand. So a lot of excitement around this because it's new. All right. And then as we get into spring, when we start looking at May, we'll be publishing our annual Resorter edition. So we're gearing up for that. And we have our flyer ready to go. So soon we'll be hitting the streets with that. And I see a question from Lori, college students too. No, Lori, right now it's geared to the high schools. So all the high schools in the county. So perhaps we can expand on that though, because that's a great idea. So obviously the Resorter, big deal. And also this year in conjunction with that, we always do a map, but every other year we do a nice glossy fold out map in conjunction with the chamber. So we'll be doing that again this year, and it is really cool. And that will be inside the Resorter. And we print 20,000 copies of that. It comes out all summer long. And we have our Lake Country Living magazine, which is really awesome. And it comes out 5 times a year. And this one focuses on women. So there's a lot of material in here that women like to read. And as we know, women make most business decisions in the household. So, all right, I'm getting a yellow flag, so I better hustle. And then for people interested in health, we have Your Health. And this comes out 6 times a year. So we're covering a lot of different interests and spectrums beyond just being a newspaper. And then we also still have our website, which has the most impressions in the county. We're running close to 800,000 impressions a month. So if anybody needs any marketing ideas or help, come see us. We're ready to help out. Thank you.
Fantastic, Ken. Yes, thank you so much. And Ken and I had the conversation a while back about the maps, and other people have asked us, they're like, do people still want a paper map? Absolutely, they want a paper map. We get so many requests for those, whether it's relocation or people that are visiting. We even get residents and different businesses that stop in and pick up those maps. So they're well used and a good resource too. So happy 150th birthday, Ken, by the way. You don't age it at all. So, congratulations on that. And yeah, so we're gonna move on. Next, Katie Ganoe will be speaking, followed by JP Stender and then Chris Schuelke.
All right, good morning, everyone. Lots of exciting events and opportunities coming up at Otter Cove, so I'll try to be brief with those. As always, the best place to see our full kind of events calendar, what's coming up, is our website, ottercoveff.org, and I'll pop a couple of links in the chat when I'm done talking here. The first thing coming up in April 22nd, Cedar mentioned there's a super fun family activity in the afternoon. And we've got a super fun family activity in the morning that day. Saturday, April 22nd, we are co-hosting, I think it's our 3rd kind of annual character breakfast fundraiser. out at Bethel Church from 9 to noon. This will be an opportunity for kiddos to come out and meet some of their favorite characters. I know we've got some of the classic Disney princesses, Spider-Man, Captain America, and then a few new ones this year. I think we've got the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. My personal favorite, Bluey. Excuse me. If anybody has young children or knows people with young children, you know Bluey's a big deal. So super excited about that. Oh, excuse me. Speaking of young children, my son gave me a cold, so I'm a little drippy today. But so that is 9 to noon, April 22nd. It is a joint fundraiser for both Otter Cove, and then we are partnering with the Noon Kiwanis. They're hosting their annual pancake breakfast that morning. And so there are tickets available. You can bundle your tickets for the character event and the pancake breakfast. Excuse me. Or you can just purchase the pancake breakfast tickets as well. So really looking forward to that. Kind of ongoing throughout the year, we are continuing to seek sponsors for several of our access initiatives. We're looking for some sponsors for sensory-friendly playtimes. These are private playtimes available for children with autism or ADHD or other sensory processing needs. Just a lower stimulation environment for those kiddos, just to be more comfortable in our space. And we're able to offer free admission for that event through generous sponsorship. So we're always looking for those. Also looking for sponsors for our access to play memberships. These are annual memberships provided at no cost to families facing financial barriers. And we often run a wait list for those. So we're continuing to try to replenish that fund. And then also looking for sponsors for free admission day as well. And so I will pop that link in the chat too. I think I'm probably going to stop talking because I'm going to keep coughing. But feel free to reach out if you have any questions or want to learn more about any of those specific things. I'm guessing Michael's going to talk about a joint fun thing coming up too, so I won't steal his thunder. But yeah, I'll pop those links in the chat and then feel free to reach out for more information. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Katie. Hope you feel better. And so we will take a part of your time since you left a few extra moments there. We're going to take a little time right now, and we are going to do a drawing for one of our coffee cards. So let's see here. All right, Gina's got the list there. And she's got, so what we want you to do is we're gonna announce who the winner is, and in order for you to win.
Oh, the winner is Jeff Ackerson.
Well, if Jeff is here, he needs to pop in the chat if he wants scooters, perks, or caribou, and that way we'll verify that you're in there. So we will watch for that. Wow, he's really quick on the draw. Yeah. So Jeff has chosen the perks gift card, and congratulations. We promised there was no.
It wasn't rigged.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not rigged. So awesome. Well, congratulations, Jeff. We just wanted to have a little fun, give away a little coffee today. All right. Well, our next speaker is JP Stender, and following JP will be Chris Schuelke and then Natalie Remund.
Thank you. Lisa invited me to speak this morning. I don't have a lot to share on, but very grateful for the opportunity to maybe let anyone know that while I've been a financial advisor in Fergus Falls for the last 15 years, I recently made a change of companies and joined a group called TruStone Wealth Management, which is a wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise. And I'm one of now 13 advisors on this team that are mostly located north and west of us in Fargo, Grand Forks, Roseau, Grafton, and really great group of advisors and a full team of staff that will help make doing business for me a little bit easier. And for kind of an announcement for today, we're doing our open house 2 to 5 this afternoon. Anyone in attendance here is welcome to join us just to see our new location. I think we're doing a ribbon cutting right to kick it off at 2 with the chamber. So looking forward to that, and to let people know kind of, while it's a new company, new team that I'm on, not a lot has changed. We're still doing goal-based financial planning, investment management, all these things that I know a lot of people need, and we have a way of doing it that I think helps bring kind of peace and confidence in planning for all the things ahead of us. So love to share more if we get a chance, but I didn't have a lot to share today, so I won't take all my time for sure.
Well, awesome, JP, and congratulations on the move to a new financial organization, but staying in the same location, conveniently located next to Service Food. And yes, we will be bringing the official giant, enormous scissors and the ribbon cutting at 2 o'clock today for a ribbon cutting. So, and congratulations on a new business, but a new business with lots of experience. How does that sound?
Yeah, thank you.
2 to 5 today is JP's open house. You want to stop by for that? All right, coming up next, we've got Chris Schuelke and then Natalie Remund and then Katie Johnson with Lake Region.
All right, are you ready to go? Here we go. So welcome everyone. Chris Schuelke, Otter County Historical Society. Since JP didn't use all his time, I will give an extended lecture on, no, I'm just kidding. So just to want to, Gina's shaking her head like, oh boy. All right, so to let you know, we've been working very, very diligently on our new temporary exhibit, which opens to the public a week, March 17th. It's called Hat Parade, and which a little bit, we are focusing on part of our collection, hats, obviously. We have 206 hats on display, everything from 1880s bonnets to 1980s hats, baseball caps, and everything else in between. It is really a very fascinating visual display. You're going to enjoy it. We even have a milliner shop kind of dedicated to milliner Mabel Wybe, who was in Fergus Falls and then continued her career in New York. So look for Hat Parade. We'll open that next Friday and then through the rest of the year. Also in our Dunlap room, we have a new exhibit called Voices and Visions of Resilience. It's an exhibit that was put together by Joan Ellison and Katie Olson. It represents a wide array of multicultural voices in Otter County, fascinating stories. That's on display currently at the museum until April 8th. And then on April 18th, we have the renowned Jenny Field coming to do a display in our Dunlap room called Roots and Renewal. So put that out, I'll try and put that on the calendar beginning April 18th. Lisa, when's the next Chamber Cafe? When do you?
No, I'm not telling you because you're not invited. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, well, so whether I should talk.
May 11th with community education.
Okay, so I will wait until May, but just to let everyone know, May is National Historic Preservation Month, and I am planning several tours for that time, including a tour of the State Hospital and downtown. And finally, I just want to let people know that we are a resource if you have a community group, if you're involved in a church group, a homemakers group, a men's group, a whatever. Missy Hermes and myself are available for a wide array of historically themed programs. I know I'll be at West Central Initiative next week for one of their staff developments. So we are a resource for historical programs. And yeah, come and see Hat Parade. It's going to be interesting. And we encourage people to wear their hats when they come to that display. That's it. I'm out of here.
Perfect timing, Chris. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited. We are going to be hosting one of the Chamber's TV shows, Find It in Fergus Falls, our TV show partnership with Park Region. We will be on location at the museum coming up at one of our upcoming shows.
Oh, you mean you'll be out here? Lisa, you'll be out here instead of me coming there?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, I better change that in my calendar then.
Change that in your calendar. So, and just as a reminder for folks too, we have a partnership with the Daily Journal where we do our newsletter or chamber update once a month. It was just in yesterday's paper, and you have an opportunity as chamber members to sponsor the chamber update. We have a partnership with Park Region where we have a TV show that we get to film either on location or in the studios with Park Region, and that's aired on PRTV1 as well as the Chamber's YouTube channel. So if you are looking for ways to promote, we've got some great resources right here in the room today with Park Region and Daily Journal. Then of course, once a month, we also have Chamber on the Air, our partnership with Layton Broadcasting. So we are so fortunate here to have so many great partners when it comes to being able to share the stories of our members. Speaking of stories of our members, Natalie Remund with Multi-Business Solutions is on next, and then she'll be followed by Katie Johnson and then Amy Baldwin.
Thanks, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. I am Natalie Remund with Multi-Business Solutions. Also on the call with us is Megan Beckler, owner of Multi-Business Solutions. If you don't know or don't remember, or for a reminder, Multi-Business Solutions is located based in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. We have a team located in several different other areas. I am actually talking to you from South Dakota this morning. So MBS drives positive change in accounting and human resources for businesses who want insights into their financials and their people. Our team delivers personalized service with heart where businesses feel valued and supported. We focus on building relationships while remaining approachable to get to the root of issues. As Lisa mentioned earlier, we are very excited that we are partnering with the Chamber for the Master Benefit Academy classes. Amy Johnson hosted the first one of those yesterday, and as Lisa mentioned, we are scheduled for April 12th. The topic for that class is Leadership 101. So whether you're a team lead, a supervisor, manager of people, CEO, if you have people reporting to you, a team of 1 to 20, we understand that it takes more than just technical skills to be effective in those positions. Employees, as the quote goes, don't quit jobs, they quit bosses. So we'll help you or any of your supervisors or team members work on developing the soft skills that they need to hold staff accountable, provide effective feedback, motivate them, communicate, make good decision making, and show appreciation and positivity. We know that the hiring climate is difficult, and so we want to help you keep the people that you have and have a really strong team. And then after that, we have another opportunity in September. September 13th, Megan will be speaking on Your Business is Talking, Are You Listening? And so that one is focused around looking at the profitability and growth of your business, understanding financial statements, cash flow management, what the power of one is, accounts receivable management, KPIs to consider, having a strategic planning mindset, company culture, mindful management. And so we really encourage you, if you yourself or you know someone, you can refer them and sign up for those classes through the Chamber. And that's all I got. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Natalie. Yeah, we are excited about the Chamber Member Benefits Academy. The fact that we get to incorporate some networking along with, yesterday we took a little deeper dive into the Chamber's priority of leveraging government liaisons, and we shared with our audience some of the work that we're doing with that, and then getting to feature our Chamber members and the awesome skill sets and the knowledge that they bring forward. Again, that the next MBA that Natalie will be presenting at on Leadership 101 will be on April 12th. Register on our website, and we are limited in this pilot program to 12 participants each. So sign up, and you'll guaranteed you will enjoy it. We had great feedback from yesterday's event. So thank you, Natalie, for being a partner with us on that. All right. Katie Johnson is next, and she'll be followed by Amy Baldwin and then Amy Johnson.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for a few minutes today. I'm covering for Laura Gervais, who was planning to present for the Lake Region Healthcare Foundation, and I'm on the road to a conference that's happening at Inspiration Point. So I'm in one of their little sleeping rooms here. What a beautiful facility they have, but I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. So apologies for that. I popped into the chat the website link for Lake Region Healthcare's Foundation Gala that's coming up on April 28th. And that's what I just want to talk with you about quickly this morning. Before I do that, just a quick happy announcement that we have a new foundation director joining us on April 10th. Her name is Kate Birga, and she comes to us from the Little Falls area. And we are super excited to have her joining our team. So hopefully you'll all get a chance to meet her soon. But on April 28th, plans are in the works now for Lake Region Healthcare's Foundation Gala. And this year we're raising money for our pediatric therapies services, both in Fergus Falls and Elbow Lake. And if you'd like to see the wish list of things that this team of therapists wants to bring to help our kids, it's on that website. And really some cool tangible things, sensory rooms, games, and technology that will help them serve our pediatric therapies patients. So we're hoping to raise $100,000 for them to make an impact in kids' lives. And if you'd like to be a part of making that happen, I have just 3 simple ways that you can do that. The first is by becoming a sponsor. We have sponsor packages for businesses who would like to be, or even individuals who would like to be a sponsor and be recognized as a trusted partner of Lake Region Healthcare who cares about quality local healthcare. And I want to give a shout out to the sponsors who've signed on already: Otter Power, Leslie Flugstad with Century 21, the Service Food Market, Nelson Auto Center, Bell Bank, and CMTA are already signed on as sponsors. And if you'd like to join them, we'd love to have your sponsorship. We have packages at various levels and that include tickets to the event at M-State on April 28th. The second way is if you have something you'd like to donate to our live auction. We'll be having a live auction that evening, and we're seeking particularly a few things. If you have any Minnesota Vikings things that we could add to an Adam Thielen football and jersey package, we'd love that. We're also putting together a men's package. So if you have something that could both become a part of that and would be appealing to our male bidders, but any experience as well: pontoon rides, catered dinners, historic tours, concerts, events, or unique handmade items. We'd love to have those donations for our live auction that evening. And finally, of course, you can attend. So tickets are at that link. We'd love to have you join us. Precision Catering is going to have a wonderful meal. We'll have entertainment and just a fun evening together at M-State Friday, April 28th, raising money for pediatric therapy at Lake Region Healthcare.
Thank you, Katie. Yeah, I looked at the preview for the event. It looks fantastic. Dress to impress. So there's a lot of ways that folks can dress to impress. And I know Anna had put something in the chat about the thrift store for someplace safe. Thrift stores are typically really fun places to go if your closet is not filled with sequin dresses.
Exactly.
Our local thrift stores have a great resource for that. So fun opportunity to get out and support pediatrics, dress up and have a great evening out right here in Fergus Falls. So thank you, Katie. Appreciate that and enjoy your conference.
Thank you.
All right, Amy Baldwin is next, and then Amy Johnson will be following her. We're gonna send it all home with Michael Bergerac at the end. You won't want to miss that. So take it away, Amy B.
All right. Thanks, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. Amy Baldwin with Otter County. And I'm just going to briefly recap some of the 2022 highlights from a community and economic development standpoint from here at Otter County. It was a busy year. It was a fun year to really create some new partnerships, some new opportunities, really focused around our 4 core areas of work of supporting housing investment, trying to play a role where we can in our workforce challenges that we have, and associated with that, childcare, and then finally digital access and equity. So from a housing perspective, we're still in the core and the meat of the big build effort of, we know there's still really limited inventory of for sale housing, challenging to find rental housing throughout the county. But last year we did see 499 new or rehabbed housing units within the county. And of that, 444 were new housing units. So great to see that progress. That is an increase from the prior year, from 2021. So we want to keep that number going up, keep it going. And so we're here to partner with figuring out how to make that happen in the challenging environments from a construction standpoint that exists. So reach out if there's any opportunity to work together to expand housing investment. From a workforce perspective, we are lucky to partner with Amy Johnson, and I don't know what she's talking about after me, but Amy's been a great partner for us, particularly in our youth workforce navigation efforts. And we made some really tremendous outreach last year. We were able to secure a state grant from the Department of Labor that's helping youth connect with employers through career experiences. We have been coordinating tours of students from throughout the county to employers from throughout the county, and really helping using that grant money to offset expenses for schools. So covering both transportation, sub expenses, knowing there needs to be chaperones and can't leave the rest of the students back. But we'll be continuing those through into next school year as well, already planning for the next school year. We have a couple of tours coming up next week as well in various industries. So really appreciate our employers opening up their doors, and certainly the partnerships at the schools as well. We also launched the K-12 Navigator to be that business and student connector, the online solution for that. So we continue to look for more employers to register there and promote that. Childcare, we launched a grant program, which is also continuing into this calendar year, and have contractors who are working one-on-one with providers or potential providers. So if you know anyone, send them over our way and we'll connect them with resources. Finally, digital access and equity, Park Region, great partner here. Be looking forward to a big project north of Fergus Falls to get more fiber in the ground and serve a large number of households. We're happy to partner financially on that. And I am going to take 10 more seconds, Lisa, sorry, just to highlight that the building of the Government Services Center will be closed the afternoon of March 17th. And as well, Land and Resource and Motor Vehicle are moving back to the Government Services Center next week. So their services will not be available on Thursday and Friday next week. I'll drop that in the chat. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amy. All kinds of great news and great work that's been done by Ottertail County, specifically through the CDA. So we appreciate that. And I certainly appreciate the broadband grant, because I believe I'm getting fiber at my house. So excited for that. So very excited for that. I'm going to go out in my yard and just, take my hairdryer and melt all the snow so they can start. Anyhow, we're moving on. Amy Johnson with Cardinal Consulting Solutions. She is our K-12 navigator. She's up next to chat for a little bit. She also was our big guest speaker for MBA yesterday. Michael Bergeraff is following that, and we will be giving away some coffee cards. We've got a couple more to give away. So Amy J, let's hear it from you.
Good morning, everybody. Amy Johnson, owner of Cardinal Consulting Solutions, a workforce development agency that provides workforce solutions focused on building the future workforce. So yesterday, as mentioned, I presented the first MBA training session for the Fergus Falls Area Chamber. The topic was how to engage youth in the workplace, and the class was full. I am also an independent contractor of Ottertail County, overseeing their youth workforce programs, as Amy mentioned. So if you are an employer within the county, I can help you connect to youth at up to 14 school districts that are within the county. If you're not used to inviting 16 and 17-year-olds into your workplace, I can help you navigate that change. If you're not sure where to start, I can help. And if you're not sure what to do with an intern, I can help with creative ideas in that regard also. Also, I put in the chat a link to the K-12 Navigator. If you're not registered, if you haven't registered your business on the K12navigator.org, please do so. It takes less than 5 minutes, and this is an online directory that the county students are using to find businesses for career experiences. So again, if you want to teach high school students about careers at your business, send me an email, which is also in the chat. I will help make it happen. Thank you, Lisa.
Awesome. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate all the work that you're doing, connecting students to those careers. A lot of great opportunities for businesses to be connecting with that workforce. Again, always trying to fill the gaps for wherever the employers are needing people. So we appreciate that. And speaking of getting information out there, here at the chamber, we send a lot of information via email, and we want to make sure that everyone is getting the email from the chamber. So be sure to check your spam box for email. We are changing up some of our things here. We've got a new redesigned business buzz that Gina Ackerson has redesigned for us. So I hope that you're getting that every week. And then I just launched a new bi-weekly legislative roundup. Our goal is to encapsulate what's happening from the city level to the federal level. Not everything, obviously, that's going on, but those issues that are impacting our members will be in that legislative roundup. So we appreciate if you have the time to read those and provide feedback. We're open to ideas. We've gotten some great feedback on the new book on the business buzz, and gotten some comments back on the legislative roundup. So let us know what you think about, whether it's a new email form of communication or whether it's our chamber cafe. We're always looking for input on those things. Well, we're going to hear from Michael Burgraff, and then following Michael, we're going to do our final drawings for prizes for today.
What ho, business people? How would you like to be a part of something great for the youth of our community? The Center for the Arts is partnering with great people in our community to bring a number of youth events to our community this summer, and we're looking for sponsorship help. We are going to be doing Schoolhouse Rock as well as Legally Blonde for the students of our area. We normally have about 200 kids who try out and are in these shows. That will happen in June, and Legally Blonde will happen in July. So we're expanding our theater for the youth in our community. The end of June, we are partnering with Otter Cove to bring in Grammy Award-winning children's group, the Okie Dokie Brothers, up to the Kirkbride, and are looking for sponsorship help for that. In July, we are going to be doing with our partners at the Otter Risers Kiwanis, we're going to be doing a whole youth afternoon with fun and games, culminating in a concert by Ralph from Ralph's World, who is a nationally syndicated TV show out of Chicago. All kinds of things for kids, and we're looking for help for that. What else is happening at a Center for the Arts? Are you ready? Next weekend, we have Pablo. We still have a couple tickets left for Foreigner this weekend. We have the Razzle Dazzle review coming up at the end of March. We have a rental. A funny thing happened on the way to Broadway, which is a harmony choir group. We still have tickets available for the Monkees tribute that is coming up this summer at the Kirkbride. We are doing 5 tribute shows, which include a tribute to Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, ABBA, Garth Brooks, Queen, and the Rolling Stones, all up at the Kirkbride. We are also going to be bringing in the Waddington Brothers for a concert on Lincoln Avenue in September. They are a nationally award-winning group who just performed here with the Medora Christmas group. They're a bluegrass group, and we can't wait to have them in. And we just announced next year's season, which includes Joe Newberry and April Verch. Joe was on Prairie Home Companion forever. April was in the Olympics as one of 6 people in all of Canada who was picked to represent Canada with her fiddle playing and step dancing. We have Jack Gladstone, who is a Native American Blackfoot Indigenous person out of Montana. We have Monroe Wright III coming in with his jazz group to do the music of the Mills Brothers. We're bringing in another tribute, Raised on Radio. They're coming back to do Bon Jovi and Journey next season. We have a one-woman play that is doing A. Einstein. The secretary of Einstein, he never shows up to his birthday party. We have a local group being out of the cities, what's going on, the songs and the music of the Vietnam era. And this is one of the most powerful. People who have seen this say this is so incredibly powerful. We want you to be a part of that. We are bringing Outrageous back. They were here years ago. They have redone their show. What is it? It's like a 60s happening. They do speed painting on stage. They do singing. They do dancing. We auction off all of the paintings that they've done at the end of the show. And we're very excited about that. And then May of 24, we're bringing back Michael Martin Murphey, America's #1 selling cowboy singer, who is doing Carolina in the Pines. That is his big, that's his second big song. Wildfire is his big song. And then we're bringing in Mick Sterling's Grand Ole Opry Christmas as our bonus show. All of this and the other 60 plus events that we do here at a Center for the Arts. We just had a birthday party rental the other day. We did a bank in town came over yesterday, and we had lunch on stage and then had an organ concert. A Center for the Arts is your center. Let us know what we can do, because we'd love you to be a part of what we're doing by sponsoring our events. I didn't even get a flag.
No, I didn't give you any flags. I saved them. I threw them away. I burned them. Oh,
go see Chris Schuelke. Go see Chris Schuelke at the Historical Society. He's old. He knows all this stuff.
Absolutely. No, there's so many things going on at a Center for the Arts. We wanted to, share all that great information, because it is truly partnerships that make our community happen. And Michael, you and your crew have always been such a great partner with the Chamber when it comes to Shop Move and Groove, which will be on July 13th. There'll be more live entertainment for that. And depending on what construction looks like downtown, things may change as to the way that looks. But again, we can start planning all these fun events throughout the community, keep everyone active and busy, just makes Fergus Falls a great place to call home. So we appreciate all the different activities that folks have going on. And a final reminder for folks too to join us today for ribbon cutting at 2 o'clock at TruStone with JP Stender's office. We're doing that ribbon cutting again right across buying from Service Food. So I think we're gonna give away. We've got a couple more coffee cards to give away, right, Gina?
Yes, we do.
So let's see. We have
Carla Connolly.
Carla Connolly.
From our side.
If you are here, you have a choice of Caribou or Scooter's coffee. And let's see if we can get to, I've got all kinds of messages. I'm
not sure, is she on?
Can you check your chat? We'll see if Carla's on.
If you're on, Carla, just let us know you're here.
And you get to choose Scooters or Caribou.
I'm thinking she's not.
Yep, she might not be here. So let's try again.
Okay. Ryan Mucko with the Fergus Falls Fire Department.
Ryan, are you tuned in with us for Chamber Cafe today? Ryan Mucko. Coffee time. Choose Scooters or Caribou. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Let's draw again. We've got 2 cards to give away.
Oh, Ryan's there.
Ryan is here. And Ryan,
Caribou.
all right, he has chosen Caribou, and so Scooter's coffee goes to
JP Stender.
JP Stender. Awesome. Well, we will bring that with us when we go visit JP today. So again, thanks everyone for tuning into Virtual Chamber Cafe. We will see you live and in person for our next Chamber Cafe on May 11th. We will be at the freshly renovated community education offices at the Roosevelt Education Center. And the May Chamber Cafe will be hosted by Summit Carbon Solutions. So we look forward to seeing everyone there. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you at the ribbon cutting today if it works on your schedule. So thanks everyone. Have a fantastic day.